Budget is divided into two sections, right? The expenditure side. You have recurrent budget, which covers all of the housekeeping, paying our salaries, paying our travel, our rent, light, those basic type of things are covered in recurrent. Capital is most people think of it as doing your infrastructure, but it has a couple of other things. But basically, for the government, it's divided into capital A and capital B. Capital A refers to taxation, the money that's received from taxes that's used for things like fixing courthouses, fixing government buildings, and doing certain projects. Capital B are all of the monies that you receive in, for example, if you've gotten loans from, say, the multilateral company like the IDB, or if you have money that you've gotten from the Kuwait government or the Chinese, etc., that's in capital B. Together, the two of them are total capital. So you have those two sections of the budget. So you add them together. So you hear people say recurrent, and then you have capital. Primary surplus is the difference between when you take out all the debt, the amortization and the interest payments, it's what's left over. So it's taking care of the debt. The debt is what we call the first call on the budget. You pay debt first, and then what you have left over is what you can do to take care of your ministries, to take care of all your bills, the other bills that you have. Amortization is the repayment of, if you think of the loan, it's the repayment of the principal part of the loan. So that is taken out of capital. And so you hear people talking about non-debt capital. It's what's left over after you've paid off amortization. You've made those repayments of the loan for itself. Supplementary budget is because come next week, you're going to have the entire parliament, all 63 members of parliament are going to form themselves into a committee called the Standing Finance Committee of Parliament that's chaired by the Speaker of the House. And they have to go through the estimates of expenditure. That yellow book, well, the two books that were done yesterday, and they have to go through page by page, and the members of parliament have to approve what's in those books. Sometimes there are some horse trading. Most of it is done outside of the purview of the public, and there may be slight adjustments. When they finish that process, they go back to the House and they table those estimates of expenditure and approve them. That's the approved budget of the country. For the supplementals, if any changes have been made during the year on spending, then they have to go back because all of the expenditure by government has to be approved by Parliament. So you get the supplementals, and as per this last year, we had first supplementary estimate, second and third. Because when you finish the financial year, whatever what you spent, whatever the areas are, the changes that you made must be reflected in the book. Similarly, if you have a change of what we call subject areas, you find that ministries have been changed and one area has been moved. You hear that local government is now a ministry and no longer part of the office of the Prime Minister. Those changes, again, the expenditure lines have to be moved as well.